Hey guys, today I'm going to do a facial sculpting video on one of my velvet babies. This is my cow. I'm going to show you how to do the eyes and how to do the indent for the mouth. So, to get started, you're going to need a needle, your sewing needle. I have a light pink piece of yarn that's about, I don't know, I'd say 18 inches long. And I have two white pieces that are 18 inches long. And obviously I have my scissors. The first thing you're going to do is take a piece of the white yarn, or whatever color yarn that acrylic yarn that you're going to use. And it needs to match the body color of your cow. So what you're going to do is you're going to go in the back of the neck. Just pick a stitch, any stitch back here. Keep it towards the center. Sorry, I'm trying to keep it towards the center of the back of the head. Insert it, and you're going to come out right below the eye, like right there. You can see where my needle is. And you're going to pull it until you have about 6 inches back here. Okay, now you're going to reinsert about the next stitch up. And you're going to try to get as much of your fiberfill stuffing behind the needle, so you want to go kind of straight in and push all that fiberfill up behind your needle, and you're going to come out in about the same stitch on the other side, on the top of the eye. Oop, hang on, I gotta go down one. Hang on a minute. So I go in this stitch right here, get as much fiberfill behind there, and come out the same stitch on this eye. And then you're just going to pull it through here. Okay. Now you're going to go in the stitch below this one and come back out the back of the neck. In the next stitch over from where you went in. 1 or 2 stitches is fine. So you see where I went in, and then I'm coming out here. So after you do that, make sure your yarn isn't caught around the nose. Pull that out. Okay, now, let me get my needle out of my mouth so I can talk. You're going to take both these strings back here and kind of pull until you get the facial sculpting that you want. Kind of like the position and everything. And you can still go in. I think that looks okay. What you're looking for with this technique is to kind of indent the eyes into the face. You want them to kind of sink in a little bit to give it that sweet, innocent look. So I'll go about right there. And then you come back here while keeping the same tension so your face stays where you want it. And tie like a half knot. Then I always turn it back around and take those 2 strings and just kind of cinch them up, make sure your face is exactly where you want it again, and do the other half of the knot. I usually tie about 3 or 4. Then when we get done, we will sew those, or weave those ends in. For the second technique that I do to indent the eyes even more, you're going to take, is that pink? Nope, that's the white one. You take your other piece of white acrylic yarn, thread it through your needle, and you're going to use those same stitches as before, but you're going to go in from the front. So go in to that same top stitch, get as much stuffing behind it, come out on the other side at the top, and go until you have about 6 inches, and you're going to go back in this bottom stitch here Get as much stuffing behind it and come out in that bottom stitch on that side. Then you're going to reinsert your needle, that same top stitch that you went in the very first time. Come out, same top stitch on the other side. Now you're going to have a piece of yarn over here where you started and where you have your needle still attached, and you're going to cinch it up. You're going to give that little dent right here between the eyes. There we go. And once you've got it indented where you want it, stick your needle back in that bottom stitch, come out on the other side in the same stitch. You gotta kind of keep all this tight. Takes your hands here. And then you're going to tie, oops, my needle came out. I'm going to tie this in a knot. Be careful when you tie their knot though, because it can make your eyes indent even more than you want if you tie the knot too tight. I usually tie about 3 knots. And I'm going to go ahead and weave this in. So you want to take your strings, cut them both the same length. Oh darn, I don't have my hook over here. So I guess I'll just thread my needle with both strands. Stick it in that stitch right there by the eye. And then come out somewhere down here on the face. You just pull all that through, make sure your little knot that you made pops into the inside of your head. And then you can see my strings came out right here. Just kind of pinch and it tucks it all in. So now I have my eyes the way that I want them. There we go. That's how you do your facial sculpting for the eyes. And I'm going to make another video for the mouth, so it'll be on my YouTube channel. So subscribe for all my other videos. Thank you.